Hey, I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is Sheep Guarding Llama. It is the 19th of October, 2020. Welcome to the show. Oh, I probably shouldn't have the fan on when I'm doing this because it's on the screen and it's whipping around. Anyway, it is Monday and we are going to start the day. It was actually pretty cool out today. It was really nice outside, like a cold drizzle going on. It was quite a change from what we've had for a while, so I was loving that. Didn't really get a rain, weren't expecting a rain, but at some point I took the dogs out and it was drizzling. That was pretty cool. And I went to make coffee this morning and discovered, and this is not good, discovered Luciana's Lenovo tablet sitting in so much water. And this is, okay, so I have to put this, when I say tablet, this is a full $1,000 computer that is a tablet format with a magnetic attaching keyboard. Like, this is a really nice computer. This is the best computer we have in the house. And it was submerged in water. Now, it wasn't like in a bucket or something, but it was on the counter. It was so much water that the water was up around the sides. And when I picked it up, water ran out of it. And I was just like, oh no. Like, this is, we had already lost one Lenovo flip around, the old Yoga Pro, Yoga 2 Pro, I think, that we had. Dominica had it, and then she gave it to Liesel, and it made it one day before a whole thing of like water went right through the keyboard. So this was like the second really expensive Lenovo device in several years at least, and Luciana has had it a lot, and to the point where some of the connections are even getting loose because she uses it so much. So it's not like it doesn't get used, but this is a ridiculous situation. And I looked all over. I couldn't find anywhere that the water had come from. The windows were open, but there was no rain had come in, no obvious source of the water. The only thing I can imagine is that there was a puddle of water and she sat it in it. I have no idea, but was it really in that much water all night? So I did everything I could to dry it off. Like, I found a blanket that was nearby, wiped it on there, tried to sit it as best I could to get water out of it. Quite a bit of water ran out of it. And believe it or not, and you can't take the battery out because of the form factor. So I powered it up and it actually came on and worked. I could not believe it. Unbelievable. So I ran it all morning to run the battery down to keep the fans going inside to generate some heat and hopefully push out any moisture that was in there, because I didn't want it to move around because obviously it was working in the state that it was. By the way, I'm sorry, I've got this tripod on the desk, and as I move, it wobbles. It is not a stable tripod in any way, shape, or form. It's the GoPro extension 3-in-1, and it's a really flimsy little plastic base, and it just, any little thing just magnifies and goes wah. So I'm actually recording this in the future, as I often do. I really can't record them in the past. That would make no sense. But I'm recording this, and I now have the GoPro Media Kit, and that's what is attached to this camera right now, and is what I'm using to try this out. So this is actually the very first recording that I'm doing. I've got the dead cat on, I've got the forward mic, but I can't see the gain because I'm seeing the front of it. So I don't know how it's working, but fingers crossed. But I do have a really good view of myself. They've clearly I also did a GoPro update because an upgrade came up on, I believe, Tuesday. So I've got the touch screen is working great now. I've got different information on the front screen, which is really nice. They've definitely improved that. The view that I have is better. It's now really fast on the front. So this kind of just turned into another GoPro review, but this is such a huge improvement to the GoPro that we just did, that it's almost a completely new camera. So I'm excited to see, like, the image is better. Like, what all's going on? Plus the media kit, which is like an $80 add-on to the GoPro Hero 9, and it's been out of stock. So if we go back in time, I actually placed the order to get the GoPro media kit today that I'm recording the story. I was able to get it tonight. I've been watching for a week or 2 weeks and checking every day, log in, and it's out of stock. And now that it is in stock, I placed an order to get a whole bunch of stuff, some of which I will show you because it's here. So the media kit, which I can't show you, but it gives a full attached microphone, plus a dead cat, plus the ability to attach like a lavalier, the ability to do to attach 2 lights to the camera, and a few little other things. But the big thing is the microphone, and that's pretty huge. And hopefully you can hear, and it really makes a difference. I got the bite mount, and this may seem strange, but this is meant to go in your mouth, like so, and you attach a GoPro below it. And I was explaining this to Valentina the other day, and she was kind of like, "What? Why would you want that?" But the cool thing is there's so many times you want to do stuff and show your hands, and all you have to do is pop this into your mouth, and boom, you can start doing stuff really quickly. And like, say you're getting onto an airplane and you have to have your hands free to deal with the luggage, or you're eating dinner and you want to show yourself eating dinner. Suddenly, I don't have to put on a head strap because I have headgear, which I will show you at some point for the GoPro, which I really like, and I use it sometimes when we go for walks. But the reality is it's a lot of work. It takes a while to mount the camera. It takes a while to just do everything. It takes a long time, and I don't like it. So I do that for walks, but anything shorter, I don't want to deal with it. So being able to just have the camera and go, oh, I just need to do my thing and record something really fast is wonderful. So I'm thinking I'm going to like that quite a lot. I also got the floaty, and this, obviously the GoPro goes right in here, and this floats, right? So this is really meant for, you have like a tripod and you're just doing something, your GoPro, you're in water, you can drop it. The GoPro's waterproof, so this makes it able to not sink and be waterproof. Both are important in many cases. I wouldn't have bought this on its own, although I do like it a lot, and it provides a lot of protection. So if there's no reason, if you don't need like audio stuff, and you want to put your GoPro in here, you can really, drop that quite a bit, and it's going to give a lot of padding. And the GoPros are pretty hardy as it is, but that's a pretty big improvement. And then I got the lanyard. This is a turquoise silicone sleeve that goes on the GoPro, which is pretty cool because it also gives a little bit of protection, but primarily makes it a lot easier to identify yours. And with the lanyard, people were raving about this. You can wear it around your neck, and it just, it's a necklace GoPro, but it's really cool that you can do a quick release. So you can have it and just take it off and go do things. So that was what I ordered, and it just came in, and I'm really excited about that. So I have to take a break, and I'll be back. All right, sorry about having to take a break. Also got a 2-battery charger with a spare battery. So I now have 2 batteries and an external charger, which should make using the camera just a lot more convenient. Now, I do want to point out that I have said several times on the channel that if I don't make my videos when no one is home, I cannot get quiet time to make the video. Someone will always come in during the video, not realize or something that I'm making a video, and just like require that I take a break. And I did it for the first time in so long. I said, you know what? It's late. I need to get videos caught up. I'm just going to set up on my desk and start recording. And it took 6 minutes before I was interrupted and had to stop the video. And one of the reasons I don't want to do that is because I want to do these quick and easy and get them uploaded. But if I get interrupted, I have to put them in, I have to upload them to GoPro, download them somewhere, edit them, and then upload them. So it takes a process that's typically about 5 minutes and turns it into more like 30. So I lose a huge amount of time if I get interrupted. Especially for this one, which I was ready to upload immediately. So now it'll probably be a tomorrow thing. Although I am going to try it out on my new laptop, which I'm going to show here. This arrived today, Monday, the actual day that I'm making the video, and is my Acer Aspire 7. It's got a Ryzen 5 CPU, which is quite powerful. It's roughly a low-end Core i7 from Intel. It's got 8 gig of RAM, but I'm going to update that to 16. It's got an NVMe SSD, which is screaming fast. It's got a NVIDIA GPU, a real GTX 1650, I believe. Really nice, like a great set of features, half a terabyte of local storage. So really easy for me to deal with video editing right on the laptop. And it's a beautiful build. I love the feel of the keyboard. I love how the screen looks. The whole thing, it's pretty light to move. It's pretty thin. It's just a practical amount of everything. So I really like it. So far, I've played with it. I got it and had Windows 10. I didn't have very much time to look at it with that. I didn't even fire up Windows 10. I immediately loaded it up with Ubuntu 20.10 beta because it's a new laptop and I don't want to bother doing an upgrade. So I just went with the beta because the final release is on Thursday. So it's only 3 days before the final production release. It's pretty close. So I loaded that up, and I loaded Shotcut and OpenShot and Kdenlive, Blender, all kinds of my editing software, and hopefully they will work really well on there. So we'll be checking that out and trying it as time allows. But so far, really liking it. I'm also going to have some complications getting uploads. I'm actually recording this on Thursday. My desktop is already updated to 2010. But GoPro is down tonight, and that's how I get my videos from the camera. They go up to GoPro, then I pull them down to edit. And with GoPro being down, I might be able to upload them because it doesn't require all of GoPro in order for the camera to upload, but I can't download them because I can't log in to get them. So that's a little bit of a problem that we will have to deal with, but that is going on this evening. So also today, for lunch, made soup for the girls and myself, made all kinds of soup for everybody. Also that happened this morning on Monday. I spoke with Rachel. She is finally being kicked out of Belgium. So she doesn't know exactly when, but probably in the next few weeks. She will know more on Thursday, I believe. She's talking to some government officials. But what it looks like is she has to come back to the United States. However, Sean, who's with her, cannot come to the United States because he is not a U.S. citizen and has been in the Schengen. Rachel's been in the Schengen, but as a U.S. citizen, she's allowed to come back to the United States. Pretty much you can always come back to your own country. But coming from the Schengen and not being a U.S. citizen, Sean's not allowed in because of the 2-week quarantine requirement. And that's not a come in and get quarantine requirement. It's a you have to have been quarantined outside of the Schengen for 2 weeks to be able to come in as a Schengen citizen. So their current game plan, which I helped them work out, is that they are probably going to travel to Cancun together because Cancun is relatively cheap and has a major international airport that allows them to get there from Europe and allows them to get to Texas from Cancun. So if they go there and simply stay in Cancun or possibly Mexico City, but Rachel likes to go get the beach because it's cold in Belgium right now, so it's an opportunity to do that. If they do all that, then they should be able to get to the U.S. after about 2 weeks, but do so together, and Sean should be allowed in because his quarantine will have been spent in Mexico, not in the U.S. where he's not allowed to. So, and then they're still supposed to quarantine once they get to the U.S. That's separate. It's very complex, but that is the current set of things as it looks like it is happening. Not too much after work this evening. I had promised... no, sorry, that was last time. We did not go out for anything tonight. We did watch Wizards of Waverly Place because Liesel is really enjoying that. And that was it for the night. That is Monday the 19th. Sorry for the interruption. And hopefully this video turns out really well with the new mic and the dead cat. And see everybody tomorrow.